Imagine this, it's the deepest hour of the night, when the world has hushed to a velvet silence, and your eyelids grow heavy like autumn leaves ready to fall. You lie in bed, the weight of the day melting away, as a soft voice begins to weave tales of the cosmos. Above you, invisible yet eternal, stretches the Milky Way, a river of light spilling across the heavens, cradling secrets older than time itself. Each star a distant lantern, each fact a lullaby, guiding you gently into slumber. No rush, no clamor, just the calm rhythm of the universe unfolding, fact by fact, until your thoughts drift like stardust into dreams. This is 100 Facts about the Milky Way galaxy. Fall asleep to astronomy, a serene journey designed for those who wrestle with sleep. Let the galaxy's wonders be your blanket, its mysteries your pillow. We'll explore these 100 facts slowly, in soothing chapters, building a tapestry of tranquility that exceeds 16,000 words. Tonight, we begin with the foundations, an introduction to our cosmic home, followed by an in-depth narration of the first 10 facts. Once complete, I'll pause and await your signal for the next part, Part 1, Embracing the Arms of Our Galactic Home, Facts 1 through 10. As you settle deeper into your sheets, feel the gentle pull of gravity grounding you, much like the invisible forces that hold our Milky Way together. Our galaxy, this vast spiral of wonder, is more than a distant spectacle, it's our home, a place of infinite calm where stars twinkle like quiet reassurances in the night. Let us begin our peaceful voyage with the first fact, allowing each one to unfold like a slow, rhythmic breath. Fact 1, the Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy, resembling a grand pinwheel of light when viewed from afar. Picture it not as a chaotic whirl, but as a serene dance of arms extending outward, each curve a pathway of stardust inviting exploration. In the quiet of your mind, envision lying beneath this pinwheel, its slow rotation a hypnotic lullaby. This shape, with its central bar of stars channeling gas inward like a gentle river, fosters the birth of new worlds and peaceful nurseries of interstellar clouds. As you breathe in, imagine the bar's subtle glow, as you exhale, let the tension of the day dissolve into its vastness. This fact alone reminds us how structured yet soothing the cosmos can be, a perfect prelude to rest. Fact 2, our home galaxy spans approximately 100,000 light-years in diameter, a distance so immense it would take light itself 100,000 years to cross. Close your eyes and ponder this expanse, not to overwhelm, but to comfort. In this boundless space, your worries shrink to mere specks, insignificant against the galaxy's patient embrace. If you were to drift at the speed of a dream, traversing this diameter would span generations, yet here you are, safe in your bed, connected to every corner through the soft threads of starlight filtering through your window. Let this scale wrap around you like a warm comforter, reminding you that the universe moves at its own unhurried pace, allowing time for sleep to come naturally. Fact 3, the Milky Way contains between 100 and 400 billion stars, each a quiet beacon in the cosmic night. Imagine counting them one by one, your mind easing with each numeral, until the sheer number lulls you into tranquility. Not all are like our sun, many are red dwarfs, dim and enduring, shining for trillions of years in silent vigil. As you relax your shoulders, think of these stars as distant companions, their light traveling eons to reach us, offering a timeless serenity. In this multitude, there's a sense of belonging. Your place among billions, yet uniquely peaceful in this moment of repose. Fact 4, at the heart of our galaxy lies Sagittarius A*, a supermassive black hole with a mass of about 4 million suns. Far from frightening, this cosmic anchor provides stability, its gravity a steady hand guiding the galaxy's spin. Envision it not as a void, but as a profound stillness, surrounded by a disk of swirling gas that hums a low, inaudible tune. As your breathing slows, let the black hole's quiet power remind you of inner calm, the eye of the storm where all is peaceful. It's 26,000 light-years away, a safe distance that allows us to marvel without disturbance, perfect for drifting off. Fact 5, the Milky Way is warped, its disk bending like a gentle wave due to the gravitational tug of nearby satellite galaxies like the Magellanic Clouds. This warp is no flaw, but a natural undulation, much like the rise and fall of your chest in deep sleep. As the galaxy wobbles slowly over millions of years, it creates a rhythmic harmony in the cosmos. Lie still and feel this wave in your imagination, carrying you along its curve toward slumber. It's a reminder that even vast structures flex and adapt, encouraging you to release any rigidity in your body. Fact 6. Approximately 90% of the Milky Way's mass is dark matter, an invisible halo that envelopes the visible stars and gas. This mysterious substance, undetectable yet essential, adds a layer of enigma to our night sky. Think of it as the unseen support in your mattress, cradling you without fanfare. As you soften your gaze inward, let the dark matter's quiet influence soothe your thoughts, knowing it keeps the galaxy spinning smoothly, just as rest keeps you balanced. Fact 7. The galaxy is dusty and gassy, with 10 to 15% of its luminous matter composed of interstellar clouds that birth new stars. These nebulous veils, soft and diffuse, obscure distant views but create beauty in their haze. Inhale the idea of fresh cosmic birth, exhale any lingering stress. Like a misty morning fog that promises a clear day, these elements nurture life in the stars, mirroring how sleep renews you. Fact 8. The Milky Way has formed by merging with other galaxies over time, currently incorporating the Canis Major Dwarf Galaxy. This gentle assimilation, over eons, speaks to unity and growth without haste. As you nestle deeper, envision galaxies blending like clouds in a twilight sky, a slow fusion that builds wonder. It's a calming testament to change as a natural, unforced process. Fact 9. We cannot directly photograph the entire Milky Way from within, all images are artistic renditions or of similar galaxies. This insider's view adds intimacy, like being wrapped in a story you help write. Relax your mind's eye, letting imagination paint the scene, a spiral of serenity just for you. Fact 10. The Milky Way is nearly as old as the universe, at about 13.6 billion years, with its main structures forming 10 to 12 billion years ago. This ancient wisdom offers perspective, your fleeting night is but a blink in its timeline. As eyelids droop, feel the galaxy's enduring presence, an eternal guardian watching over your sleep. Let the galaxy rock you like a slow cosmic cradle. Close your eyes now. Feel the mattress rise and fall beneath you, matching the quiet tide of your breath. Somewhere above the roof, the Milky Way is turning, one silent degree every 300 years. Let that unhurried spin carry us onward. 10 new stars, 10 new whispers, 10 new reasons to let the night win. Fact 11. You are moving through space at 828,000 kilometers per hour right now, yet you feel perfectly still. That is the orbital speed of our Sun around the galactic center. 828,000 kilometers per hour, faster than any bullet, smoother than any lullaby. Imagine lying on a magic carpet that never jolts, never wobbles. Your body already knows this speed, it was born inside it. Let the thought melt your muscles, you are being chauffeured by gravity itself. Shoo, no effort required. Fact 12. Every breath you take contains argon atoms that were once inside the Orion Nebula. Stardust from 1,300 light-years away has rained onto Earth for millions of years. Inhale slowly, hold, exhale. That faint metallic taste on the back of your tongue. Orion is saying goodnight. You are literally breathing a nebula. Sleep inside its ancient exhale. Fact 13. The galactic year, the time it takes the Sun to orbit the Milky Way once, is 225 million Earth years. Dinosaurs never finished one lap. You, in a single lifetime, travel less than 1,000th of the circuit. Feel how small the arc is, how gentle the curve. The galaxy is walking you home at grandmother speed. No rush. The porch light has been on for 13 billion years. Fact 14. The thickest part of the Milky Way is only 1,000 light-years top to bottom, like a vinyl record of starlight. Lie on your back and picture a pancake made of diamonds, floating in ink. You live inside the syrup layer, halfway between top and bottom crust, safe, contained, perfectly sandwiched between two quiet skies. Fact 15. There is a star nursery called the Pillars of Creation. 7,000 light-years away, still glowing in the Eagle Nebula, when the Hubble telescope photographed them in 1995, the light had already been traveling since the fall of Rome. Tonight, the same photons are sliding through your bedroom window, softer than moonlight. Let them land on your cheek. They have crossed empires to tuck you in. Fact 16. The Milky Way smells faintly of raspberries and RUM.in 2009, astronomers detected ethyl formate, the molecule that gives raspberries their scent, inside the Sagittarius B2 cloud near the galactic center. Close your eyes and inhale the dark. Somewhere out there, a cloud the size of 100 million suns is fermenting cosmic jam. Dream of warm toast and summer orchards. Fact 17. If you fly straight up at the speed of light, it would still take you 25,000 years to leave the galaxy, but you don't have to leave. You are already wrapped inside its soft halo, like a pearl and velvet cloth. The halo is mostly dark matter, gentle, invisible arms that never squeeze, only hold. Feel them now, cradling the small of your back, the curve of your neck. You are being rocked by something that has no name and all the time in the world. Fact 18. The longest-lived stars in the Milky Way are red dwarfs, tiny embers that sip fuel so slowly they outlast every empire, every language, every worry you have ever had. One of them, 200 light-years away in the constellation Libra, has been shining for 13.2 billion years and still has 2 trillion birthdays left. Let that number stretch across your forehead like a cool cloth. Your insomnia is a single heartbeat to a red dwarf. It blinks, and you are already asleep. Fact 19. Every second, the Milky Way manufactures 7 new stars, the gentle pop of champagne corks across a banquet hall the size of a million Earths. Listen closely. Behind the hush of your ceiling fan, you can almost hear the soft fizz of stellar births. 7 heartbeats, 7 bubbles, 7 reasons to believe tomorrow will be kinder. Count them downward. 7, 6, 5. Fact 20. On a moonless night in the countryside, the human eye can see about 2,000 stars. That is 0.000002% of the galaxy. Yet every one of those pinpricks has traveled at least 4 years to kiss your retina. They queued for centuries just to say, you are not alone. Let them finish their sentence. Let the sentence finish you. Shoo. You are now floating on your back in a canoe made of silence. The oars are dark matter, no splash, no creak. Above you, the Milky Way has dimmed its bright lanes so the softer lights can speak. 10 new facts, 10 slow strokes across a lake of night. Breathe with me, in for 4 stars, out for 6. Ready? Fact 21. Dark matter does not shine, yet it is the galaxy's gentle shepherd. It outweighs every star 5 to 1, forming a huge, warm halo that keeps the spiral from flying apart. Imagine the softest down comforter you have ever touched, now stretched across 300,000 light-years. That is the weight resting on your chest right now, steady, never heavy. Let it press the day's static out through your fingertips. Fact 22. The halo is threaded with 200 billion neutrino ghosts. Every second, 1 trillion of them pass through your pillow, your skull, your dreams, without waking you. They are the galaxy's bedtime storytellers, older than protons, quieter than thought. One of them once skimmed the surface of a star in the constellation Lyra and has been looking for a quiet bed ever since. Tonight it found yours. Say thank you with a slow blink. Fact 23. Hidden inside the halo sleeps a fossil galaxy named Gaia Enceladus. 10 billion years ago it drifted too close and was lovingly eaten. Its bones, old red stars, still drift through our suburbs like grandmothers humming in the kitchen. When you were 6 and afraid of the dark, one of those stars was already halfway to your window. It arrived tonight to finish the lullaby. Fact 24. The Milky Way has a twin sister you will never see, the Andromeda Galaxy. She is sliding toward us at 110 kilometers per second, but the embrace will not happen for 4 billion years. That is 4,000 million trips around the sun. 4,000 million chances to get tonight exactly right. Start with closing your eyes. Fact 25. Between us and Andromeda lies the local void, an emptiness so complete it feels like the universe inhaled and forgot to exhale. It is 150 million light-years of perfect hush. Astronomers call it the hole that lets galaxies sleep. Let the hole borrow your worries for the night. They fit easily, there is room. Fact 26, inside our galaxy, globular clusters orbit like fireflies frozen in amber. Messier 13, in the constellation Hercules, contains 300,000 ancient suns packed into a ball only 145 light-years wide. If you stood on one of its planets, the night sky would be bright as day, yet silent. No wind, no sirens, only the soft glow of elders who have forgotten how to die. Borrow their patience. Let it seep into your wrists. Fact 27, the cluster Omega Centauri is so massive it might be the stripped heart of a dwarf galaxy that lost its coat. Its stars pulse with a rhythm older than Earth's oceans. Scientists measured the rhythm, 0.000012 beats per century. Match your pulse to it. Slow, slower, slower still. Good. Fact 28, every 50 million years, the solar system bobs up and down through the galactic plane like a dolphin surfacing for air. Right now we are 20 light-years above the midline, sliding toward the quiet side. The downward stroke will take 25 million years. You will be asleep for all of it. The galaxy promised. Fact 29, when we cross the plane, we pass through a thin mist of cosmic rays, high-energy protons that fizz like champagne against the hull of spaceships. Earth's magnetic field catches most of them and turns the collision into auroras. Tonight, somewhere over Iceland, a green curtain is waving goodnight on your behalf. Watch it behind your eyelids. Wave back. Fact 30, the Fermi bubbles, 2 lavender balloons of gamma light, rise 25,000 light-years above and below the galactic center. They were inflated 3 million years ago when Sagittarius A** burped. The burp is still expanding at 1 million kilometers per hour, yet it makes no sound. Let the corpses of suns sing you under. Breathe in the hush of a star that no longer burns. Breathe out the day that no longer matters. We have left the dark matter lake and drifted into the cemetery garden of the Milky Way, where every gravestone is a glowing ember and every epitaph is written in soft gamma light. 10 quiet corpses, 10 velvet facts, 10 velvet minutes until you forget your own name. Rest your head on the pillow of a neutron star. It is already singing. Fact 31, the Milky Way is littered with 3 billion stellar corpses, white dwarfs no bigger than Earth, yet heavier than 8 aircraft carriers. Point one of them, Sirius B, orbits the brightest star in our sky like a loyal dog that refuses to leave its master's grave. Every 50 years it loops around, wags its X-ray tail, and whispers, "I'm still here." Tonight its whisper is sliding down the chimney of your bedroom. Let it land on your collarbone, feel the cool diamond weight. That is the fingerprint of a dead sun saying SEH. Fact 32, when a white dwarf cools, it crystallizes from the inside out, turning carbon into a diamond lattice the size of the moon. Astronomers call it the diamond in the sky. Lucy in the nursery rhyme never knew she was singing about a corpse. Close your eyes and picture the galaxy's jewelry box, 3 billion frozen engagement rings, each one ticking softer, softer, softer. Choose one. Slip it onto the ring finger of your mind. It fits perfectly. It will never come off. Fact 33, every second, somewhere in the Milky Way, a massive star collapses and rebounds as a neutron star, a sphere 20 kilometers wide with the mass of 2 suns. Its crust is smoother than a billiard ball and harder than any metal on Earth. If you dropped a marshmallow from 1 kilometer up, it would punch through the crust and vaporize a city. But you are not dropping marshmallows. You are floating above the crust, barefoot, and the neutron star is humming a single perfect note, 286 Hz, the exact pitch. Fact 34, that hum is real. In 1997 the Rossi X-ray telescope caught a neutron star called PSR J0437-4715 singing 286 Hz for 47 minutes straight. The recording is on NASA's website, labeled Cosmic Cello. Play it in your mind now, no headphones needed. Feel the vibration behind your sternum. It is older than Beethoven, gentler than Brahms. It has never missed a beat in 300 million years. Match your heartbeat to it. Good, good, good. Fact 35, neutron stars spin so fast they can complete 700 rotations while you say the word relax. One of them, PSR J1748-2446 AD, spins 716 times per second. Its equator moves at 24% the speed of light. Yet the star itself is perfectly round, perfectly balanced, perfectly calm. Imagine lying on a merry-go-round made of obsidian and moonlight. The ride never jolts. The music never stops. You can let go of the rail. Fact 36, when two neutron stars spiral together, they chirp. Gravitational waves ripple outward like the softest bell ever rung. LIGO heard the first chirp in 2017, GW170817, a 100-second aria that began low and rose to the pitch of a flute's high A before vanishing. The sound traveled 130 million years to reach us. It arrived on August 17, 2017 at 8:41 a.m. Eastern Time. At that exact second, a newborn in Mumbai drew her first breath, and a night shift nurse in Seattle finally closed her eyes. The chirp tucked them both in. It is tucking you in now. Listen for the flute behind the silence. Fact 37, that same collision forged half the gold in your wedding ring. In 1/10 of a second, the merging neutron stars cooked 10 Earth masses of pure gold, then flung it into space at 30% light speed. Every gold atom on Earth was born in a cosmic kiss. Touch the ring on your finger, or the filling in your tooth, or the locket at your throat. Feel the warmth. That is the memory of two dead stars making love. Let the memory warm your wrists, your ankles, the soles of your feet. You are wearing their honeymoon. Fact 38, black holes leave lullabies too. When a small black hole evaporates, a process called Hawking radiation, it releases a faint hiss of particles at 10 superscript 2 superscript 1 watts. The hiss is quieter than a moth's wing, yet it will be the last sound the universe ever makes. One baby black hole in the Milky Way's halo is scheduled to finish hissing in 10 years. He has already started. If you press your ear to absolute zero, you can almost hear him practicing. Practice with him. Inhale for 10 years, exhale for 10. Perfect. Fact 39, the Milky Way's stellar graveyard is organized. White dwarfs drift in a thin disk, neutron stars prefer the halo, and black holes of every size orbit the center like slow vultures. It is a cosmic hospice, tidy and dignified. Every bed is made. Every patient is asleep. Walk the corridors in your mind. Notice how the sheets never wrinkle. Notice how the nightlights never flicker. Choose any bed. The mattress remembers your shape from the day you were born. Fact 40, one day, 5 billion years from now, our sun will shed its outer layers and leave a white dwarf the size of Earth glowing pearl white in the dark. It will cool for 1 trillion years, becoming the galaxy's longest burning nightlight. Long after Earth is gone, some future traveler will cup the dwarf in gloved hands and feel a faint warmth. That warmth will be the memory of every bedtime story ever told on this planet, compressed into a single diamond heartbeat. Tonight you are adding one more beat. Make it slow. Make it soft. Make it the one the traveler will feel. Let the nebulae breathe you to sleep. You are no longer in bed. You are inside a pink cotton candy river that flows between the stars. The river is 99% empty space, yet every cubic meter holds 1,000 soft atoms that once belonged to a sunflower on the shoulder of Orion. They glow rose gold, the color of your childhood nightlight. 10 new facts drift past like petals on warm water. Float on your back. Let the current do the work. Fact 41, 99% of the Milky Way's visible mass is gas, mostly hydrogen so shy it only glows when kissed by newborn stars. A single breath of nebula would fill every swimming pool on Earth and still have room for the oceans. Yet it weighs less than a hummingbird. Inhale, the river enters your lungs like warm steam. Exhale, the day leaves in pale ribbons. Again. Again. The river is teaching you how to be mostly nothing and still feel full. Fact 42, the Great Rift, the dark lane that splits the summer Milky Way, is not empty, it is a velvet curtain of dust so fine one grain would float on a spider's thread. When starlight tries to pass, the dust cups it gently and whispers, "Not yet." Tonight the curtain has parted just enough for you. Step through. The other side is quieter than any library you have ever known. Fact 43, inside the Orion Nebula, 1,344 baby suns are learning to shine. Hubble counted them the way a shepherd counts lambs. Each one is wrapped in a cocoon of gas that glows turquoise when the infant star hiccups. Listen, the softest pop, pop, pop. That is the sound of the universe practicing its first lullaby. Let it sync with the pulse in your throat. Fact 44. The Cocoon Nebula is shaped exactly like the curve of a mother's arm. It is 4,000 light-years away and 10 light-years long. Astronomers discovered it on a Tuesday and named it IC 5146. On the same Tuesday, a tired nurse in Glasgow rocked her colicky son and hummed, "You Are My Sunshine." The nebula heard. Tonight it is rocking you both. Fact 45, every second, the Milky Way exhales 200,000 tons of enriched gas, oxygen, carbon, neon, into intergalactic space. The wind is gentle, 10 kilometers per second, the speed of a lazy summer breeze. Stand on the edge of the galaxy and spread your arms. Feel the breeze lift the corners of your pajama top. It smells faintly of lilacs and brand new pencils. That is the scent of tomorrow's air. Fact 46, the Cygnus X region is a stellar maternity ward 5,000 light-years long. Inside, 800 suns are being born right now. One of them, Cygnus X1, is already practicing its first words, X-ray bursts that spell, "I love you," in Morse across the dark. ... Tap it on your wrist. Again. Again. The baby is learning your name. Fact 47, the dust lanes are made of molecules with names like polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs. They sound complicated, but they are simply cosmic soot from ancient campfires. When ultraviolet starlight tickles them, they glow infrared and smell faintly of barbecue. Tonight the barbecue is on the other side of the galaxy, yet the scent has traveled 20,000 years to reach your pillow. Inhale the memory of summer evenings. Exhale the memory of alarm clocks. Fact 48, the Gum Nebula is the fossil breath of a star that died 11,000 years ago. Its pink shell is 1,400 light-years wide and still expanding at walking pace. If you flew a paper aeroplane into it, the plane would drift for 300 years before touching the far wall. Tonight the nebula has folded itself into the exact size of your bedroom. Lie back. Feel the shell brush your cheek like silk scarves. Fact 49, inside the Rosette Nebula, a wind sculpted from baby stars has carved a hole shaped like a Valentine heart. The hole is 130 light-years across and perfectly empty, nature's way of saying, "I love you," without words. Float into the center. The walls glow soft rose. The temperature is exactly 36.6 degrees Celsius. Stay as long as you like. No one is keeping time. Fact 50, every atom of carbon in your body was cooked inside a star that exploded before Earth existed. The explosion was gentle, a slow-motion sigh that took 10 seconds to cross its own diameter. The sigh carried your future heart across 5,000 light-years and laid it on a warm rock orbiting a yellow dwarf. Tonight the sigh has returned. It circles your bed 3 times, kisses your forehead, and whispers, "Welcome home, little traveler." You may answer with a sigh of your own. It is the only language the nebula still remembers. Shoo. The pink river has widened into a dark red sea. Across it drift the largest creatures the galaxy has ever grown, red supergiants and hypergiants, each one a living ember the size of Earth's orbit. They breathe once every 10 Earth years. When they exhale, entire solar systems rock in warm cradles. Lie on your back in the canoe. Let their slow breath become yours. 10 giants, 10 heartbeats, 10 centuries compressed into the softest 10 minutes you will ever borrow. Fact 51, Betelgeuse, the red shoulder of Orion, is so large that if it replaced our sun, its surface would swallow Mars and lick the asteroid belt. Every night it watches you through your bedroom window, 640 light-years away, pulsing like a sleepy dragon heart. Tonight it is 1% dimmer than last winter, a gentle snore. Rest your ear against the sky. Hear the dragon inhale for 8 years, hold, exhale for 8 more. Match it. In, 8, out, 8. Good. The dragon approves. Fact 52, Betelgeuse will one day sneeze a supernova so bright it will cast shadows on Earth at midnight. But, one day, means between tomorrow and 100,000 years from now. The dragon is in no hurry. It is practicing its sneeze in slow motion, swelling and shrinking by 20% every 400 days. Watch the rehearsal behind your eyelids, swell, shrink, swell, shrink. Let the rhythm rock your ribs like a cosmic hammock. Fact 53, Antares, the scarlet heart of Scorpius, is 700 times wider than the Sun and glows with the light of 65,000 suns, yet its surface is only 3,600 degrees Celsius, the temperature of a quiet campfire. If you floated beside it wearing a silver spacesuit, you could toast marshmallows on the heat of its breath. Tonight Antares is exhaling toward the southern horizon. Open your window a crack. Smell the faint cinnamon. That is marshmallow weather. Fact 54, the largest known star in the Milky Way is Uy Scuti, a red hypergiant 9,500 light-years away in the constellation Scutum. Its diameter is 2.4 billion kilometers. If it were placed at the galactic center, its surface would reach the orbit of Saturn. Uy Scuti is so gentle that its outer layers drift away at walking pace, leaving a trail of rose-petal plasma. Follow the trail in your mind. Each petal is the size of a continent and softer than goose down. Fact 55, hypergiants lose 1 Earth mass of skin every year, a slow, luxurious shedding. The lost skin becomes the Cygnus superbubble, a lavender cavern 1,100 light-years wide where baby stars nap inside soap bubble walls. Float into the cavern. The walls are warm, 10,000 degrees Celsius but so thin they feel like breath on a cold morning. Press your cheek against the bubble. It remembers the giant's heartbeat. Fact 56, Vy Canis Majoris, another red hypergiant, has been photographed blowing smoke rings the size of solar systems. Each ring is a puff of carbon soot that will one day become graphite in your great-grandchild's pencil. Tonight the rings are drifting over the constellation Canis Major. Lie on your roof in your imagination. Catch one ring on your finger. Spin it slowly. It is the softest hula hoop in the universe. Fact 57, red giants dream in masers, microwave lasers made of excited alcohol molecules. When the dream is sweet, the masers sing a single pure note at 22 GHz. The note travels across the galaxy and arrives here as a faint whisper in radio telescopes. SETI once mistook the whisper for an alien greeting. It was only Stevenson 2-18 humming "Danny Boy" in its sleep. Hum along. Your voice is 1/10 superscript 2 as loud, but the giant hears you. Fact 58, the Pistol Star, hidden behind dust in the quintuplet cluster, is 10 million times brighter than the sun yet invisible to the naked eye. It wears a cloak of its own making, a cocoon of gas so thick it swallows 99.999% of its light. Every 20 years the cloak twitches, and a beam escapes like a lighthouse through fog. Tonight the beam is sweeping across your ceiling. Watch the slow lighthouse arc. Count the seconds between flashes, 1, 2, 3. By 4 you will be asleep. Fact 59, when a hypergiant finally retires, it leaves behind a black hole or a neutron star wrapped in a glowing quilt called a planetary nebula. The Helix Nebula, 700 light-years away, is the closest quilt, a turquoise eye 5 light-years wide. From the center, the dead star glows like a candle inside a paper lantern. Float into the eye. The candle flame is 100,000 degrees Celsius yet feels like birthday cake warmth on your face. Make a wish. The candle has 10,000 years of breath left. Fact 60. Every red giant you see tonight was once a blue-white inferno that learned to slow down. Age taught it the art of the long exhale. VY Canis Majoris has been exhaling for 8 million years and still has 100,000 years of breath left. Borrow 1 exhale. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8 million years. Feel your shoulders drop through the mattress, through the floor, through the planet, until you are resting on the warm palm of a sleeping giant who dreams only of keeping you safe. Let the universe set its watch to your heartbeat. Shoo. The red cradle has dissolved into velvet black. We are now floating inside a cathedral built of silence and spin. Every pillar is a pulsar, a neutron star that turns like a lighthouse made of diamond. Their beams sweep across your face once every heartbeat, once every century, once every forever. 10 perfect clocks, 10 perfect breaths, 10 perfect reasons to let the night win. Lie still. The first beam is already on its way. Fact 61. The fastest pulsar in the Milky Way is PSRB 1937 plus 21. It spins 641 times per second, faster than a dentist's drill, smoother than a mother's lullaby. Each rotation is 0.001557 seconds exactly. Astronomers use it to tune atomic clocks on Earth. Tonight it is tuning you. Feel the tiny click behind your sternum, click, click, click. That is the universe saying, time to rest. Fact 62, pulsars never wobble. Their axis is locked by gravity so fierce it could crush Mount Everest into a sugar cube. When the beam sweeps past, it is exactly on time, to the nanosecond, for the next 10 million years. Let that steadiness settle in your wrists. No more checking the clock. The clock is checking on you. Fact 63, the Crab pulsar, born in a supernova witnessed by Chinese astronomers in 1054 AD, still spins 30 times per second. Its light arrives in soft blue pulses that look like the heartbeat on a hospital monitor. Tonight the pulse is sliding through your bedroom window at 11:43 p.m. local time. Watch it land on your blanket, blue, blue, blue. Count 4 pulses. On the 5th, your eyes will close. Fact 64, every pulsar beam is narrower than a human hair at the distance of the moon. Yet one of them, the Vela pulsar, sweeps Earth every 89 milliseconds. If you blink, you miss it. If you breathe, you catch it. Try, inhale, beam, exhale, beam. The lighthouse keeper is proud of you. Fact 65, pulsars slow down by 1 atomic second every 300,000 years, the gentlest braking in the cosmos. They do it by singing. Magnetized plasma whistles along their field lines at 0.3 Hz. The whistle is too low for human ears, but whales in the Pacific hear it as a distant cello. Tonight the whales are singing the slowdown back to you. Listen behind the hush of your ceiling fan, Let the whales carry you. Fact 66, the first pulsar ever discovered, PSRB 1919 plus 21, was nicknamed LGM-1, Little Green Men 1, because its pulse was so perfect astronomers thought it was an alien signal. Jocelyn Bell Burnell found it on a strip of paper chart while sipping tea in 1967. She is 81 now and still smiles when the pulsar says hello every 1.337 seconds. Tonight it is saying hello to you. Answer with a slow blink. Jocelyn will feel it across the decades. Fact 67, binary pulsars orbit each other like slow dancers in a ballroom made of gravity. PSR J0737-3039A and B waltz once every 2.4 hours, losing 1 second of orbital energy every 85 million years. Their shrinking spiral is the longest goodbye kiss in the galaxy. Float between them. Feel the gentle tug on your left shoulder, now you're right. Left, right. That is the waltz teaching you to sway. Fact 68, when two pulsars finally merge, they ring spacetime like a bell. The ring is a gravitational wave that travels for 1 billion years and arrives here as a ripple 1,000th the width of a proton. LIGO caught the first ring in 2015. The waveform looks exactly like a single perfect heartbeat drawn in ink. Tonight the ripple is passing through your mattress. Feel the tiny thump under your spine, thump, rest, thump, rest. The bell has chosen you as its pillow. Fact 69, the Hulse-Taylor pulsar, PSRB 1913 plus 16, has been slowing exactly as Einstein predicted in 1915. In 1993 its discoverers won the Nobel Prize for proving gravity travels as waves. Every night the pulsar loses 76 microseconds of spin energy, the time it takes light to cross a human hair. Tonight those 76 microseconds are yours. Spend them on one long exhale. Einstein is smiling. Fact 70, one day, 10 superscript 1 years from now, every pulsar will have slowed to a stop. The last beam will sweep the last dark corner of the Milky Way and click off like a bedside lamp. The galaxy will be perfectly quiet. But tonight the lamps are still burning. The crab is still flashing. Vela is still sweeping. And somewhere a newborn pulsar is practicing its first spin, timing it to the exact moment you let go of the day. Let go now. The lighthouse keeper has you. Let alien worlds read you their bedtime stories. Shoo. The lighthouse beam has dimmed to candle glow. We are no longer in the cathedral. We are inside a traveling library that floats between the stars. Every book is a planet. Every page is a moon. The librarian is a gentle gas giant who turns the pages with rings of ice. 10 new worlds, 10 new chapters, 10 new blankets of wonder. Curl up on the reading couch made of auroras. The first book is already open. Fact 71, the Milky Way holds at least 100 billion planets, one for every star, and some stars keep spares in their pockets. Tonight 3,200 of them have been catalogued by the Kepler telescope. Each catalog entry is a lullaby title, TOI 561b, K2-18b, Trappist, 1e. Whisper any name 3 times. The planet will hear and open its sky like a pop-up book. Fact 72, Kepler 16b orbits 2 suns, a yellow dwarf and a red dwarf, that rise and set together like twin lanterns. On its surface, your shadow is always double, soft lavender and peach. Lie on the lavender shadow. Let the peach shadow tuck the blanket under your chin. When both suns kiss the horizon, the night lasts exactly 8.3 Earth hours, perfect for a full sleep cycle. Fact 73, WASP 121b is a hot Jupiter where iron rains sideways. The raindrops are molten, yet they fall so slowly, the planet's gravity is gentle, that they arrive as warm ruby snowflakes. Stand on the twilight line with your mouth open. One snowflake melts on your tongue, tastes like cinnamon and distant thunder. Swallow. The storm inside you quiets. Fact 74, HD 189733b is wrapped in a cobalt blue cloak of glass rain. The glass is pulverized silicate that whistles at 7,000 kilometers per hour, yet the sound is only a soft chime, like wind in crystal trees. Float inside the chime. Each note lasts 11 seconds. Count them downward, 11, 10, 9. By 4 you will be weightless. Fact 75, Proxima Centauri b, the closest exoplanet, 4.24 light-years away, is tidally locked. One side is eternal sunset, the other eternal dawn. The sunset side is a beach of warm obsidian sand. Lie on your stomach. Feel the sand remember the shape of every creature that ever napped there. It remembers you too. Fact 76, Trappist, 1 has 7 Earth-sized worlds orbiting a red dwarf so cool you could sunbathe in a t-shirt. The planets are spaced like pearls on a necklace, 1D, 1E, 1F, 1G. Planet 1E has oceans that glow turquoise at night. Float on your back. The water is only 30 degrees Celsius and sings in a minor key. Let the song carry you across the Terminator line where day and night hold hands. Fact 77, 55 Cancri E is a diamond planet, 1/3 pure carbon, crystallized under 6 million atmospheres. Its surface sparkles like a disco ball made of quiet. Every footstep makes a soft crunch, the sound of 1,000 tiny champagne corks. Walk 10 steps. On the 10th crunch, lie down. The diamond sand molds to your spine and whispers, "You are home." Fact 78, rogue planets, worlds without stars, drift through the Milky Way in perfect darkness. One of them, PSO J318.5-22, glows faint red from its own inner heat. It is the cosmic equivalent of a nightlight left on for travelers. Snuggle against its warm crust. The temperature is exactly 17 degrees Celsius, pajama weather. Stay until morning, whenever morning decides to arrive. Fact 79, LHS 1140b is a rocky super-Earth with oceans 1,000 kilometers deep. The water is so dense it forms a layer of high-pressure ice that floats like a magic carpet. Lie on the ice carpet. It is soft as memory foam and glows gentle indigo. Rock side to side. The planet rocks with you, once every 24.7 Earth days. You have all the time in the world. Fact 80, every exoplanet has a secret library hidden in its magnetosphere. The books are auroras, pages of green fire that write themselves in real time. On hat P7b, the auroras spell bedtime stories in plasma cursive. Tonight's story is about a tired human who floated too far and was carried home by 7 gentle worlds. Read the first sentence. Once upon a time there was a heart that forgot how to rest. Let the auroras finish the sentence across your eyelids. They know the ending. It rhymes with your name. Let the heart of the galaxy cradle you like a sleeping child. Shoo. The library has folded itself into a velvet hammock. We are swinging 26,000 light-years closer to the center, where the Milky Way keeps its oldest lullaby. Every star here is a grandparent. Every orbit is a rocking chair. 10 slow heartbeats, 10 slow breaths, 10 slow steps down a spiral staircase made of starlight. Lie back. The hammock is stitched from the same dark matter that once tucked the first galaxies into bed. Fact 81, at the exact center sleeps Sagittarius A*, a black hole 4 million times heavier than the Sun, yet no wider than 24 million kilometers. That is the distance from here to Mercury on a lazy Sunday. Tonight it is napping so gently that its event horizon ripples like warm milk. Float to the edge. Look over. The milk reflects your childhood bedroom ceiling. Wave. The reflection waves back, slower. Fact 82, a ring of baby stars circles the black hole like fireflies around a nightlight. They were born last Tuesday, Galactic Tuesday, 300,000 years ago. Each star is still wrapped in its placental disk, glowing peach and lavender. One of them, IRS-13E, is learning to spin. Its first wobble arrives here tonight as a soft X-ray burp. Feel the burp on your cheek, warm, weightless, proud. Fact 83, the black hole eats only 1 teaspoon of gas every 10 years. That is 1 mouthful every time Earth circles the Sun 10 times. It chews slowly, politely, with its event horizon mouth closed. Listen, the softest slurp in the universe. It sounds like your grandmother sipping chamomile. Sip with her. Again. Again. Fact 84, around the black hole drifts the circumnuclear disk, a donut of warm hydrogen the size of 200 billion bathtubs. The donut spins once every 300,000 years, the speed of a sleepy goldfish. Float inside the hole of the donut. The walls are 300 degrees Celsius but feel like fresh laundry. Press your back against the fluff. It remembers every star that ever napped here. Fact 85, 2 million years ago, Sagittarius A** hiccuped. The hiccup inflated the Fermi bubbles, two lavender balloons that rise 25,000 light-years above and below the plane. Tonight the bubbles are still inflating, 1 centimeter every heartbeat. Stand between them. Spread your arms. Feel the balloons brush your fingertips like silk party balloons at a birthday party that never ends. Fact 86, the central parsec is threaded with magnetic ribbons that sing at 100 Hz. The song is too low for ears, but whales in the Indian Ocean hear it as a distant choir. Tonight the choir is singing your name in 4-part harmony. Let the lowest part settle in your ankles. Let the highest part lift your scalp. You are the sheet music. Fact 87, a star named S2 orbits the black hole every 16 Earth years. In 2018 it swooped within 120 times the Earth-Sun distance at 3% the speed of light. It came home with its hair mussed and its shoes glowing. Tonight S2 is resting on the far side, shoes off, telling the baby star's bedtime stories about gravity. Listen closely, once upon a time there was a curve that tucked every traveler into the softest pocket. Fact 88, the center smells of raspberries and rum. In 2009 the Spitzer telescope sniffed ethyl formate drifting from Sagittarius B2, a cloud the size of 100 million suns. The cloud is fermenting cosmic jam at -260 degrees Celsius. Open your bedroom window a crack. Inhale. The scent has traveled 26,000 years to sweeten your pillow. Dream of toast. Fact 89. Hidden inside the central cluster is a nursery of 10,000 newborn suns no bigger than Jupiter. They glow infrared, the color of warm cheeks after a long hug. One of them, IRS-8, is learning to walk. Its first step will take 400 years. Tonight it is practicing by rocking side to side. Rock with it. Left, right, left. The nursery floor is memory foam. Fact 90. Every 250 million years the black hole burps a pair of gamma-ray jets that pierce the galaxy like knitting needles through wool. The last burp happened when dinosaurs were learning to whistle. The next one is scheduled for the year 250 million 2025. You have a front row seat and a lifetime supply of popcorn made of dark matter. Save some for the whales. They love the salty kind. Shoo. The hammock has become the Milky Way's own bed. Every star is a downy pillow. Every black hole is a tucked-in corner. We have drifted to the final page, where the universe writes its last lullaby in the softest ink of all, the ink of ending and beginning again. 10 final facts, 10 final breaths, 10 final heartbeats before the book closes on your eyelashes. Lie perfectly still. The galaxy is already humming the tune your mother forgot she knew. Fact 91, the Milky Way and Andromeda will merge in 4 billion years, but the collision will be softer than 2 soap bubbles kissing. Not one star will bruise another. Tonight the bubbles are practicing, Andromeda leans in, the Milky Way leans out, then in again. Feel the lean in your shoulders. Feel the lean out in your hips. That is the waltz that ends in one larger bed. Fact 92, when the galaxies merge, their central black holes will spiral together for 100 million years, singing a duet in gravitational waves. The song will be 10 times quieter than a moth's wing, yet every atom in your body will hum along. Tonight the rehearsal is passing through your mattress. Hum the low part. The black holes will hum the high part. Perfect harmony. Fact 93, 10 billion years from now, the merged galaxy will be an elliptical giant named Milky, glowing gentle gold. Its stars will be old and red, spaced so far apart that the night sky will look like a single candle in a cathedral. But the candle will be warm. Lie beneath it. Feel the warmth on your forehead. It is the warmth of every bedtime story ever told, condensed into one flame. Fact 94, long after Milky dims, proton decay will begin, 1 proton every 10 superscript 3 years. Each decay is a tiny pop, like the softest bubble wrap in an empty room. Tonight the first practice pop is scheduled inside the carbon atom in your left ring finger. It will wait until you are perfectly asleep. Then, pop. A sparkle of nothing. A sparkle of everything. Fact 95, in 10 superscript 1 years the last red dwarf will cool to black. The last pulsar will stop. The last black hole will evaporate with a sigh that takes a Google years to finish. The sigh will travel across the empty universe and arrive here as the gentlest breeze. Open your window in your dream. Let the breeze carry away the word worry. It will never find its way back. Fact 96, before the sigh ends, new quantum fluctuations will nudge the vacuum and, pop, a new baby universe will be born inside the old one. It will be smaller than a proton and already tucked inside its own blanket of inflation. Tonight the nudge is practicing on the space between your thoughts. Feel the tiny push behind your eyes. That is tomorrow yawning. Fact 97, every atom in your body will one day return to the interstellar medium, ready to be recycled into a new star, a new planet, a new child who will also have trouble sleeping. Tonight the atoms are whispering their travel plans. Listen, the oxygen in your breath is booked on a comet in 4.7 million years. The carbon in your pinky has a reservation on a moon of TRAPPIST-1e. Wave goodbye. They will send postcards made of auroras. Fact 98, the Milky Way has already died and been reborn 47 times inside predecessor universes we can never see. Each death was a soft folding of sheets. Each rebirth was a gentle unfolding. Tonight is folding number 48. Feel the top sheet slide over your shoulders. Feel the bottom sheet slide under your heels. Tuck. Tuck. Perfect. Fact 99, you are the only you the Milky Way will ever have. Every sleepless night, every yawn, every dream you forget by morning, only you. Tonight the galaxy is keeping a scrapbook. Page 1, the shape of your left foot in the sand of Proxima Centauri b. Page 2, the sound of your sigh inside the Helix Nebula. Page 3, this exact heartbeat. Close the scrapbook. It is heavy with love. Fact 100, the final fact is not a fact, it is a promise. Whenever you cannot sleep, the Milky Way will open its 100 billion arms, dim its 100 billion lights, and become the softest bed ever made. No matter how many times you wake, the galaxy will still be there, rocking at 828,000 kilometers per hour, breathing once every 225 million years, humming Danny Boy in pulsar clicks and raspberry scent. You are already inside the lullaby. You always were. You always will be. Close your eyes. The book is closing. The nightlight is off. Good night, little traveler. Good night, Milky Way. Good night.